Ready. You're on.
Hi everybody, how you doing? It's hump day, it's Wednesday, through to the middle of the week. How are you all doing? You everyone okay? Who unplugged the sun? Which one of you lot unplugged the sun? Because what's happened today? I mean, seriously, it's horrible out there. It's really drizzly, and I know the gardens need it. But frankly, no, not liking this at all. Not happy. So rainy all day today, isn't it? It's not very pleasant. Not very happy about it at all, but never mind. How are you all today? Everybody okay? You all coming online?
We got Linda so far.
Hi, Linda. And Sean. Hi, Sean.
And Nikki's joined us as well.
Hi, Nikki. Cool.
Christine says she's loving the rain.
Oh, you're loving the rain, are you? Oh, I don't like the rain. No, boo hiss. Fair enough, though. You know, some people like it. If they're gardeners, you could probably probably agree with it. I'm not a gardener, so. And actually, they were going to dig up the lawn ready for the turf to be laid, and no, they can't do it because it's piddling down. So it's a bit of a pain today. But never mind. So cool. How are you all? There's a couple of little things. Thank you guys. I saw lots of you last night on the craft shows page, which is wonderful. Thank you for joining us for that. That was really, really good. Yeah, lovely to see people. And what else was I going to say? Oh, there's a couple left on the raffle. Not many now. I think there's about 6 or 7 left on the latest Stir Crazy raffle. So don't forget, if you want to do that, pop over onto the website. It's £5 and then it's £200 prize, same as the last couple that we've done. But yeah, I noticed this morning that there was not many left. So if you do want to have a go at that, please do check that out. Well, there's something else I was going to say to you guys as well. Can't remember now. It'll come to me. It'll come to me halfway through while I'm sewing. I'm sitting like, that's what it was. Cool. So we're going to do the block of the week today, and we're going to do it was requested. Sandra really liked this one here, so we're actually going to do this one. Okay, I've tweaked it a little bit to make it slightly different, okay, so that we're not just copying somebody else's pattern. This quilt is from the Manor House, and it's the Pam and Nikki Lintop range of patterns, and this one's done for this is all done out of a jelly roll and background background fabric. Okay, so got something nasty on there. But we're gonna. So I've rewritten this one to make it all our own. But we're gonna do this rolling pinwheel today. So I'm gonna go through what you're gonna need. So you're going to need, excuse me, voice is clear my voice. You're going to need 4, and I put all the cut instructions on Facebook yesterday, so hopefully you've got them. Out of your background fabric, you're going to need 4 2.5 by 8.5 inch rectangles, 16 2.5 by 2.5 squares. You're then going to need 4 in colour 1, 4 2.5 by 4.5, and then in colour 2, 2.5 by 4.5, and 4 of those as well. And then in colour C, you're going to need 8 2.5 by 2.5s. Okay, so there's lots of little pieces, and this is one that we've got to make lots of little elements before it all goes together. Okay, so hopefully you're all with me, whether you're sewing along or just watching and you're going to sew later. As per usual, pattern for this will be on our website afterwards. Okay, so you'll be able to purchase that. So we're going to start with colour 2, okay, and we're going to make some flying geese with these. So colour 2, I think it was blue on the graphic, on the little graphic. I think that was the blue one, but it's the second. It's colour 2, okay, and you're going to need 8 of your little background squares. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then let's grab another one, 8. And we'll just press that one actually. It's a little bit wrinkled up, which won't help at all. And then we're going to draw a line corner to corner. So Drew, just want to come down here, love. We're going to draw a line corner to corner diagonally across the back of the background squares. Okay. And I've already done these ones, okay? So you're going to need to do that with all 8 of them, okay? Just a diagonal line, corner to corner through all of them. Okay, so I'm going to grab our first rectangle. Now we've done flying geese before, but I will take you through step by step. And we're going to line this up. This is facing you guys. Line this up on the left hand side like this. So I'm putting the 2.5 inch square like that with the diagonal line going this way. So from top right to bottom left, that's facing you. Okay, we'll pop a pin in there like that. I'm going to do that on all 4 because we're going to chain piece these. Okay, so I want them all to be exactly the same. So pop a pin up there. There's my next one. I'm getting down to my last few little dregs of fabric of this as well. I'm going to think any more blocks. I think I'm going to have to do it in a different colourway. I think I might have come to the end of these fabrics. Okay, right, so just when I'm finishing pinning, who's there? Who's saying hello today?
We got Meg and Sarah.
Hi guys.
Charlotte says there's 12 raffles left currently.
12, cool. Okay, yes. So they're going quite quickly again, guys. So if you do want to have a go,
Angela says hello.
Hi, Angela.
As well, and Carrie.
Fab. Hi guys. So I'm going to take these over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch down. Ow! Don't put your finger right. I made myself bleed. Right into the pin. These are really sharp. These magic pins. Right the way down there. Okay. So I'm going to whip over to the sewing machine.
Oh, I can't remember who gave it to me, but when I did a delivery of the day, I can't remember. It wasn't Linda. Who was it? Who lives in Driftler again?
Sandra.
Sandra gave me little pads to put on the bottom of the chair, and I just realised where they are.
Thanks, Sandra. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. I didn't get them. He's still got them in his bag, I think. I'll get them on the bottom of the chair. Thank you. Right, so I'm just going to stitch down there. Okay. Just around the drawn line and all the way down. So, who's excited for it's Wednesday? So it's Sew and Bee Day. Yay! Very excited. And my husband's back up in London, so I can watch it without him going, oh, do you have to watch this? So yeah, excited about that. We didn't talk about it last week, did we? The reuse recycle. Yeah, it would. I think we might have done. I can't remember now.
So you normally talk about it on a Wednesday.
No, because it doesn't happen until Wednesday night.
Yeah, you talk about the previous one.
On yeah. Wednesday. Yeah, we do. That's true. See, Drew's like my personal assistant now. He remembers all the stuff that I don't. I'm going to be absolutely knackered when he goes back to work. Yeah, I quite liked... I'm not a fan of Nicole, we know this. I think she's really rude. But I did think that the jumper dress that she did, that yellow with the navy stripes, was just brilliant. That out of old jumpers and cutting them up, genuinely thought that was a brilliant piece of work. And I actually really liked the one that they said looked like a snow queen. You know, had the glittery collar and all those amazing sort of floaty bits at the bottom.
If I'm pronouncing this correctly, Gaynor asked, do you use a starch on the fabric before you cut or sew the pieces?
I do. I starch everything before I cut it, love. I really like... We've got Best Press and Starch Savvy. If I'm doing lots of little pieces, I would use Starch Savvy because it really gives a stiffness to the fabric which holds everything in place. If I'm using just slightly larger pieces, I tend to use the Best Press. Both of them are brilliant. Both of them do the job exactly as they're supposed to. But I tend to mix and match between them. Sometimes whichever one is to hand, you know. But I would definitely use the Starch Savvy if I'm using little pieces because it really does hold that fabric nice and firm. So you get much more accurate cutting and sewing. But yeah, I do all the starching beforehand. I sometimes, if I've got time, I will actually use a little bit more starch at this point as I'm pressing out as well. But I find that with the Starch Savvy, you don't need to do that. The Best Press is what they call a starch alternative, and that is brilliant. In fact, I haven't found a product to match the Best Press. You know when you've had a fat quarter and it's been folded for ages, and it doesn't matter how much you iron it, those creases don't seem to ever go. The Best Press just makes those disappear. They're absolutely brilliant, and it smells nice too. So yes, I would absolutely starch. So back over to the little ironing board, and I'm going to chop off the excess. So I'm going to chop it back 1/4 inch this side. You can use your rotary cutter if you want, but I actually find scissors just as quick with this bit. Okay, and we're going to do...
Sandra says, hi, sorry I'm late. We'll catch up with Sarah later, but carry on watching. How
Cool.
typical of a bloke. The chair was like, oh.
Totally. Although I can't fault him at the minute, he's been as good as gold. But yeah, I mean, fancy. I had a present and I didn't get it. Gosh.
It's just in my bag as well.
Okay, and then I'm going to set the seam on these, and we're going to very gently roll them out. Okay, remember these are small pieces. Don't make really vigorous movements. Nice and gentle. Okay, so set the seam and just gently roll and press that out. And again, we're going to do this on all 4. Okay, here we go, like that. Now, I'm going to take the other 4 that I've already marked up, and these are going on the other side. So, if I just put one down for you, like this to start with. Now, this time, the line is coming this way, okay? So, it's in the opposite way of this. I know we've done flying geese before, but I'm going to reiterate these points for anybody new watching, okay? So the line now is coming this way, and it should overlap this one here. That's why we cut and press before we add this one, okay? It's important that you cut and press it out before you add this one, because you want that little overlap. That little overlap is your seam allowance for when we sew it all together, okay? So I'm going to pop a pin in there. Just move that iron out of the way.
Dana says, thanks Sarah, I ordered Starch Savvy from you on Saturday, so I'll order best press too.
Oh, cool. Yes, we should have some in the shop. I don't know if it's on the website. You might have to give us a call, lovely, for the best press. We have got some definitely in the shop. But Starch Savvy, it will do the job. It really will do the job. I like the best press, particularly for getting out creases, particularly at fat quarters and meterage. Fat quarters, like, you know, when they've been folded for a while, they do really crease, and I find that better than the Starch Savvy for that, on that respect. But they are much of a muchness. Oh, okay, another one. Don't know where that was from. Okay, so we're now going to stitch down that line again. All right, so exactly like we did the first time, we're going to go the other way. So, any other questions? There's a lot of, there's a lot of stitching in this one, okay? So throw questions at me. What do you want to know? It doesn't have to be necessarily about this block. Is there anything, you know, a bit of like a question and answer, because otherwise you're just going to be watching me sew straight lines a lot.
Auntie Griffiths asks, is the Starch Savvy the one you demonstrated on her Chanda?
Yes, yeah, that's the June Taylor product, the Starch Savvy. The best press is we had it in the shop for years and years and years, and we still got it in the shop. And it is a fab product. I think we do one called Linen Fresh, which is a really nice, like, scented one. The Starch Savvy is unscented, so if you have problems with smells making you sneeze and things like that, go with the Starch Savvy. But the best press does smell amazing. It's got that, like, real crisp line dry smell to it. Any other questions there?
No, not so far.
No? Okie doke. There we go. Right, so, last little one here. And then we've made our 4 little flying geese. Okay. There we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. What's sewing bee tonight, ladies and gents? I can't remember. I can never remember until one of you says. Can you remember what it is? I really can't. Let me know. Let me know. So, I do think the right chap went this time, though. I thought his transformation was absolutely amazing with those plastic bags, but his final garment with that hood, that black hood, was not good. Not good at all, was it? So, yeah, what is it? What is it this week? Gina normally knows. Gina, are you there today, love?
Gina is here.
Oh, you normally remember really quickly. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to iron those out again. So set the seam, and you know, if you want to and you want to play around with them, you can do the 4-in-1 method. But the idea behind these blocks was they all came out of jelly roll size pieces. That's why I've done them like this. Okay. There we go. So you can see, hopefully.
Sheila says 1980s.
Oh, yes. I remember the trailer a bit now. Yeah, see, it's one of those things I always think, oh, I can't remember. And then I suddenly see the trailer when you mention it. So, oh, there's going to be lots of rah-rah skirts and bat wings. Oh, I love my rah-rah skirt. I had a rah-rah dress. And it was red and white striped. And then I had red and white rah-rahs here. Loved it. So you can see by doing that little overlap, hopefully Drew can get this, you've got that little piece here. So it looks like the point isn't meeting the end, but you want that because that's your seam allowance, okay? So I'm going to put those ones aside, and now we're going to do the fabric ones. Okay, so this is fabric 1, and it should be the 2.5 by 4.5, and you're just going to need 4 of your little background squares. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to do them like a flying geese, but we're only going to do the first step. You're not going to do the second step. Okay, so what I mean by that is we're going to line these up like this, again on the left hand side, so this is towards you guys, and we're going to stitch down there and flip them out, and we're going to do that on all 4, but that's the end of that piece, you don't do the second bit. Okay, so
and Davis says, add my material from the sale last Saturday this morning and my wadding, thank you.
Brilliant, excellent, jolly good, glad you got it. That's pretty good actually, because we, you know, I'm going to be completely honest, we did because we had so many parcels, and obviously we're paying the postage at the moment, we did everything second class on the auction fabric, so that was, yeah, that wasn't bad. That was Monday. That's really good for second class. Oh, brilliant. I'm glad you guys have, I'm glad it's getting there to you safe. Okay. Oh, I've just realised, are you reading the comments off my phone?
Yeah, I fixed it in here.
Ah, Drew fixed it earlier apparently. Okay. There we go, so there's that one there. Pop this one on.
Gina said using high vis to make to make party gear. Hubby is hiding his.
Yes, I remember seeing the trailer now, yeah. Yeah, high vis, that neon, my clubbing days when I was much, much younger would have been very, in the 80s, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, would have been very popular. Neon orange, neon pink, very popular. There we go, so there's that one there. Okay, so we're just going to do these 4. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit boring for you guys because we're just a lot of little prep work on this one before it starts to appear. Okay, I'm going to chop those up. It's not a difficult block at all, it's just lots of little pieces that come together. Okay, like that.
Catherine says Drew definitely needs a pay rise.
I don't pay him. If we don't pay him, he can't have a pay rise, can he? He's getting the isolation quilt. That's what he's decided he wants. He wants the isolation quilt. And Catherine, he wants your cushions as well. You know the lovely Janet Clare cushions you made? He tried to snap all those the other day. I was like, you can't, those are my samples. He was like, I like them. So yeah, he wants this isolation quilt. That's what he's getting.
I get the pillows too, right?
Oh, you might get the pillows. I might have to ask Catherine to make me some more. There we go. So just trimming these off just like we did the flying geese, and then I'm going to set them and roll them back. Okay, like that. And like that. Okay, any other comments there, Drew?
Sandra said, have 2 fussy cats, 84 bears, so I started that today.
Oh, your bear for your second bear claw quilt. Oh, bless you. That's going to be interesting. I'm glad I'm not fussy cutting that amount of bears, although the bear fabric is cute. Right, okay, so what we're going to do now is, let's come this way a second. There we go. Is we're going to make some little what I call a double unit. So we're going to pop that one on the bottom. Get rid of that silly thread. There we go. Okay, and we're going to pop that one on top, like that. So you want to make sure that they are this way round, so that that's the right way to use. So this is on top, and this one should be on the left hand side. Okay, so they should look like that. And we're just going to stitch these together, 1/4 of an inch, like that. We're going to stitch them down here. Okay, when you open them up, make sure they're still that way round, because it's very easy when by the time you get to the sewing machine, when you open them up, suddenly they're that way round. Okay.
Kate said she missed the beginning and had to get the bread out of the oven.
Oh, nice.
What's the name of the block?
This is a rolling pinwheel block, this one. Okay. Pattern will be on the website later, okay? As soon as I'm done here, I will make sure the pattern goes on the website. So I'm going to put these in order so that I've got them to go to the sewing machine. So they're going to go that way, like that. That way, like that. Back over I go.
Linda says certainly deserved her.
Yeah, he tried to snaffle the pillows the other day, and I said, "What do you want with those?" He said, "Well, I'm having the quilt." I said, "What quilt?" I thought when we talked about it, he wanted the disappearing 9 patch that I'd done. You know, the big one out of the layer cake. And he was like, "No, I want the isolation quilt, so I want the pillows to match." I'm like, "Oh, okay, well,
I like the boats.
you do like the boats." And they're quite manly colours, this, I suppose. It's quite blokey colours. It's all sort of navies and greys and all, isn't it? It's not like it's... I've done it in pink. Mind you, you probably wouldn't mind.
I've got to start getting stuff ready for the house when we eventually move out.
Some point in the next millennia, I think, at the moment, if this lockdown carries on.
Sarah says as long as we can borrow the pillows back. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Maybe I should make him make his own pillows, because I've got some of this fabric left. He could make his own pillows, couldn't he? I'll give him one of the packs and some of this fabric. He's done a Moore's bag now. He'd be able to do a quilt as you go. You watched the demo last night. You'd be able to do quilt as you go.
True.
Maybe that's what we should do. Make him make his own pillows. Any other questions there, just while I'm sewing these together?
Not so far.
No?
No.
Fair enough. Okay, just double checking that I'd put these together right. Yep. There we go. Line them up. You can, of course, pin them if you want to. You know I don't. I looked at sewing machines last night. Don't tell me husband, he's not here, is he? He's in London. Yeah, I looked at sewing machines last night. I nearly pressed the button. And then I was like, oh, do I, don't I? I think I'm gonna have to.
It's a good thing he's not watching.
Pardon?
It's a good thing he's not watching.
Ah, what do you do? He'd say it's your money. You can do what you want with it. There we go. Okay. So just set that seam, and then I'm going to roll it out, and I'm going to roll it towards the top one. Okay, like that. So you end up with a little double unit that looks like that. Okay. So set the seam and do the same again. So, any other questions or anything there, ladies? Anything you want to pick my brains about while I'm doing this? Because this is, this is boring bits for you guys to watch.
Marilyn said, how much material did you start with for the isolation quilt?
This one, I started with, I think I had 2 meters of my background fabric. Might have been 2.5. I have added to it, but I think it was about 2.5 of the background fabric. I had 5 fat quarters of the Janet Claire and amigurumi, and I had 5 fat quarters of the Janet Claire with the ships and all on the ebb and flow. So it's like 10 fat quarters. But remember, I've done double blocks on most of them, not on all of them, but I've done double blocks on a lot of them, because obviously I tend to make one to check the pattern and then I do another one. So I've used a lot more fabric than you guys might do if you were just doing one of each block. So yeah, I am coming down to my last little bits on this. I think we have got some of the ebb and flow still left in the shop, but I'll have to have a little look to see. Okay, so 4 little blocks like that. We're just going to pop those aside for a moment. Now what you want to do is you want to take your 2.5 by 8.5 inch rectangles. I'm just going to give that one a press because it's gone a bit skew with.
Carrie says you've worked hard during lockdown. Surely you deserve a new machine.
I do, don't I? I do. I'm gonna order one. I'm gonna ping and order it. I might do that later. I've been talking about it for what, 2 months now? So it's not like it's an impulse purchase now, is it? It's 2 months I've been talking about it. Right. You also want your little 8, I think this was fabric 3, fabric C, 8 2.5 inch squares, and I'm going to draw a diagonal line on the back of each of these. Okay, so Drew, if you just want to go in close for me again. So again, just remember exactly like we did the others. So this is quite repetitive with technique, okay? So we're going to pop a diagonal line on the back of each of these. You don't have to draw the line, okay? You could iron the line in. Some people quite like that. They'll iron the line in, so you can fold it in half and iron that line, and then you can follow the dip. Okay, I wouldn't iron it that way because otherwise you end up with the ridge, which is actually quite difficult to follow. So if you iron the line in, when you put it against there, you just follow the ironed line. Entirely up to you which way you do it. Makes no difference.
And asked, where are you looking at the sewing machines?
I will probably go to J&B again. Sorry, I've just realised that is my landline ring, not the landline, the shop phone ringing. I'm just going to ignore it, obviously, because I'm doing this. And whoever that is, I'll call you back in a minute.
Let's say Sandra said check if J&B still have sewing machine sale.
They did have, didn't they? They did have recently, yeah. We've had really good service from them, and they're local, and it's a local dealer, so I will probably go to them.
And if I can talk, Tomlinson asked what pen are you using?
So I'm using a Frixon pen. I know some quilters don't like them. I've never had a problem with them. They iron off. They're the iron off ones. I know sometimes they do mark fabric, so I wouldn't use this if on the front of fabrics if I was marking out a whole quilt design. But for things like this, they're absolutely brilliant. And things red work and stuff like that, brilliant things. Yeah, a lot of people, there's some quilters that are like, no, you mustn't use them, but I've never had a problem with them, to be honest. So I do use them. It's your choice. Okay, so I'm going to pop these, can you see, going in opposite directions. Okay, I'm just double checking I'm doing that right. Yes, I am. Okay, so when I open these out, hang on, let me do it towards you guys. So can you see? So this is what it would look like if you're looking at it. So they're going this way, so when we open them out, they're going to sit like that. Okay, so that's facing you guys. So I'm going to do that on all 4 and pin those in place.
Linda says, Phil, are you listening in there? I can't talk today. A nice new machine is a necessity.
A necessity. You can't get your words out today.
No.
Were you on the pina coladas for breakfast or something?
Probably. Nikki said I got the new Janome from a local dealer here in Bath. To try it for a few days.
Ah, nice. Cool.
And Christina has also said I've been looking as well. I can't make up my mind.
I know what I'm going to have. I'm going to have the brother, either the 1100 or the 1800, depending on what deal I can get. So there we go. That's the 3rd one. Sorry, this is like I said, this is a weeny bit boring, this bit, isn't it? So, but I'm just trying to get this all right for you guys. That's that way. There we go. And the last 2. And then we're going to stitch down those lines, but you do want to make sure that they're going in opposite directions, so hopefully you can see that. So this one's going up this way, and this is towards you, and this one's going up this way, like that. Okay, right, back to the sewing machine. Oh, scoot over, here we go. Luckily my back's feeling a bit better today.
Is this going to go up?
Pardon?
The thing gimbal won't want to move up.
Okay, so again, just stitching directly on those lines, down each side. There we go.
Sandra says, love me brothers.
Yeah.
And then Jenny said, good choice. Love my 1800Q.
Yes. Yeah. Sarah's got one. Sarah's had one for a couple of years now, about 3 years. And I bought my big Singer just after she bought that one. And I wish I'd gone for the one she's got, because it's a fantastic machine. It really is. It's absolutely... I can't fault it. So I'm going to be a copycat and do that one. Is that the front door?
Yeah, I think someone came from letterbox.
Oh, as long as it's just letterbox, that's fine. There we go. So, doing this side.
Gina says I'm looking at the 1800 as want the throat space.
Yeah, that's this piece here.
Oh,
the size of that size here. Okay. Yeah, this is called the throat of the machine. And if you're trying to get bigger pieces of fabric or quilting through, you want this as big as possible. So some machines, like my big one, it's much bigger there. The throat size is bigger. There we go. Come down this one.
Sarah says copying perfection is allowed.
Yeah, no, it's... I mean, you swear by yours, don't you, Sarah? I mean, it's... and I know quite a few people who've got the brothers. And this is a little brother, this little one here, which is an absolute little workhorse. She's brilliant. But again, I just want something a bit bigger now. Like my Singer, but it's just... I've never got on with it. I've never loved it. And I know a couple of people who've got it and they love it, but it's just never... It's never gelled. My Singer and I have never been best friends. Okay, there we go. Nearly there. And then we can start putting it all together.
Linda says, well, you recommended it to me, Sarah.
Yes.
Brilliant machine.
I did. There we go. Last little bit. So there is a lot of prepping for this block. You've got a lot of little elements to make, but it's all very similar. It's all very straightforward. Okay. So I say the word so much. so much. Take my pins out, and again we're going to chop off just that excess, like that, on both sides, like that, and then iron this out. Okay, like that. Oh, I didn't do the live draw for the pack.
Do that afterwards.
No, because I haven't put all the names in a hat. I forgot to do it. Oh, typical. So we promised we'd do a live draw for the from last night, for the 7 PM one. Completely forgot. We'll do it tomorrow now. I'll get Sarah to do it on hers tomorrow. Okay, I'll put all the names in a hat and I will get Sarah to do it tomorrow. I'm so sorry, I completely forgot about that. It's alright, we've been trying to sort out the sort of next sort of shows and stuff, and time just went out of my head this morning. So
I'm not very good PA, am I?
You're not? How dare you? I'm supposed to keep on top of all the things I'm supposed to remember each day. Disgraceful behaviour.
We have got Claire Harris watching today.
Hi Claire, how are you, my darling? How's your eye? I saw you hurt your eye. There we go. So, pop this one out and this one. Last one, nearly there, and we can start putting all this together. Okay. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that drawer. Stupid girl. So yeah, the Facebook Live I did last night for the craft shows, for those who didn't get around to watching it, it's we giving away some of the mug mats. So anybody who commented was into like a little free prize draw to give away a pack of the mug mats, and I was supposed to do that and I forgot. Oops. Never mind, I will sort it out. Right, okay, I'm going to start laying this out so that you can see it, and then we're going to sew it together. So we're going to start with the little double units like this. Okay, so I'm going to hopefully do this towards you. So it's upside down for me, and we're going to turn them like this. You right, Drew?
Yeah, stand up, easy.
And turn again. So that one's going to go down. Hang on. It's doing it. There we go. I'm doing it upside down, and then that one's going to go like that. So you can see you've got that pinwheel here, and you've got like a double line there, and then this one's going to go up here like that. Obviously it looks shorter at the moment because I haven't sewn these together, but that is right. And this one's going to go like that. And then these ones are going to go here and here, can you see that these are going to end up touching like that? Okay, and then your last little 4 blocks are going to go in the corners like that. Okay, so that's the start of your pinwheel block. We're going to start by stitching this central panel together. So this one is going to go on top of this one like that, and we're going to stitch down. This one's going to go on top of this one, and we're going to stitch down those 2 there. Okay, so look, I know this one's going on quite a long time today, ladies and gents, but it's a slightly more complicated block, so unfortunately you've got to listen to me waffle on a bit more. So we're going to go down that one.
Claire says hi. Yeah, so thank you.
Oh, bless you.
And then Sandra says that's not in the job description, Drew.
What's not in this job description? Got keeping me on track with what I say while I'm on these. Someone's got to remind me what I say, because I mean I waffle on a lot. There we go. So those 2 like that, and then again I would iron these opposite directions like we would normally. So that one's going to go that way, like that. And then this one will go the other way. So which way did I just do that one? That one. So of ironing the seams in opposite directions.
Oh, the raffle.
Ah, yeah, you should have reminded me. You were there when I was filming. Oh. I've ironed them in opposite directions so I can nest that centre seam, okay? So I'm going to pop that one in like that. I can't believe how dark it's got. It's so dark in here today. I missed the sunshine already. There we go. I'm going to stitch down the long edge. Okay. Ooh. Come back. There we go. There we go. All the way down that edge. And there's my centrepiece put together. Are you all keeping up with this? Are you all alright with it all? Making sense and everything? Like I said, the little pattern for it will be available on the website, okay? So you'll be able to, it's £2 just like all the others, so you'll be able to download it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's my centrepiece. And now I want to put these 2 either side. So I'm going to put this one this side, and then that one the other side. So I'll pop this one along here, like that, and whip down that one. There we go. Didn't want to go over the bulk of that seam then. I might need a new needle actually. I haven't changed my needle in a while. I can feel it's just struggling a little bit. There we go. And then this one's going on this side, like that. So which blocks have you liked most so far? Which ones have been your favourites? Do you like the pieced ones? Do you like the appliqued ones? You know, is there something you've really enjoyed doing and others you thought, I'm never doing that again, once was enough? So do let me know, because that does help me choose the blocks that we do for the coming weeks. Oh, what's going on there? Got something caught there.
Catherine says, don't change the needle, buy a new machine instead.
Oh, that's what you have. Is that what you do? You don't change your needle, you just buy a new machine. I'm using that excuse from my husband.
I think she means you.
Pardon?
I think she means you.
Yeah, I know, but I was being sarcastic. I was being sarcastic. There's as in, oh, I didn't realise that's what you were supposed to do.
Anne Davis asks, what machine are you using at the moment?
This is a little brother. It's the FS210. It's a fab little machine. It's quite lightweight, so it's good for taking to classes and stuff if you do go out for classes. And it is a proper little workhorse. It's got quite a lot of stitches and stuff on it, but I do miss, and I know it's just laziness, but I miss the automatic cutter that my Big Singer had, and I broke the needle threader and stuff on it, so it's all those convenience things that I'm missing. It's only laziness, you know, because I just want it to be quicker and do what I want it to be. So, right, so there we go, there's my centre panel. Okay, now I'm going to add these ones onto each end. Don't know why I've got a line on that one. Don't need a line on that one. So we're just going to sew these to each end, and that to that, and then we'll be able to put the whole thing together. How are we doing for time, Drew? Where are we?
It's 22.
Oh, right, okay, we've got time. That's fine. It's all right, I'm just very aware. I mean, not that there's a time limit. I mean, you can have, I've set it so you can have up to 8 hours, but nobody needs to listen to me for that long. But you know, I'm also aware that you guys have got stuff you want to do. You don't need to be sat here for ages.
Hillary Reese said she liked the Greek key. She loved the Greek key block.
I like that one as well. This spiral snail log cabin that looks like a Greek key. Yeah, I like that one. That's one of my favourites. I think that would look really effective all over it. It's like one block all over the quilt. I think that'd be lovely. There we go. Okay, down that side.
Jenny also said she liked the yesterday's and the tulips.
What was yesterday? What did we do?
It was Monday.
Mondays. Oh yeah, Mondays. What did we do Monday?
Can't remember.
Jacob's Ladder. Jacob's Ladder. Yes, again, that's a really... It's quite a simple block, but it's really effective, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. Nearly there. Okay, one last bit, and then we can put the final 2 bits on there. So there is a lot of just watching me sew on this one. There we go. Cool. Right. Nearly done.
Linda says, I like the block behind you. Mainly it's pink to the right.
The block.
Of the one
This
we're
one?
doing today.
To the right, this one.
Yeah, I think so.
That would be left. That's right for you. This is my right, but is it right for you? I don't know. There's quite a lot of pink in that one.
Yeah, the mainly pink one.
This one, I would say, is mainly pink.
That's
actually a Jacob's Ladder. If you look at it, that's a Jacob's Ladder, but with different... Do you remember I was saying about using different colours? If you look, you've got your half square triangles like that, and then there's your line. It's not quite. Do you know what? That block's actually wrong. That's the first time I've noticed it. This should be turned so that the white line comes all the way through. Never noticed that before, so that block's actually wrong. But yeah, that's actually a Jacob's Ladder that we did on Monday, which I hadn't noticed. Yeah, this one's quite nice actually. That's quite a nice block. We could do that at some point. Lots and lots of little pieces in that one, mind. But yes, it's yeah, you've got like a big pinwheel here, and flying geese in the corners, and there's little half square triangles. People really want to get hold of me today, don't they?
So someone tried to call your mobile.
Oh, did they? Yeah, should have left the phone with Sarah. Didn't think. Sorry, guys, for the ringing. Okay, so I'm not going to sew these on now, but that one's going to sit there, and that one's going to sit there. Okay, because I'm aware of the time. So, and that is your rolling pinwheel. Okay, you can of course play with the colours. So you could do these in different colours. You could do 2s and 2s. You could do these in different colours, or 2s and 2s. You know, you could do these, you know, opposites or something. You can really, you know, go through your scraps and think about what your colours could be, and you could really play with it. You could make your background, you know, different in places and stuff. So have a little play with that block. Like I said, I'll get this onto the website ASAP, okay? And you'll be able to buy the written instructions. Sarah's on tomorrow. She is doing, I saw the prototypes earlier, they look really cool. She's doing some zipped tray pouches, which have got like this really big long zip, and they all fold out and stay as a tray. They're fab, really fab. So she's doing those tomorrow, so please do join her for that. And then I will be back on Friday with cathedral windows. So I'm going to show you how I do it, which is not my method, but there's lots of methods of cathedral windows, but this is one that I particularly like. So any questions or anything just before I go?
Claire says, so clever, hugs to you and Drew.
Hi. Yeah, back at you, love.
Where was it? Diana asked, I love the Jacob Ladder quilt here. How much fabric would I need for a quilt?
For a whole quilt? The Jacob's Ladder block... Oh. Again, it depends on what size quilt you want to make. Drop me a message, lovely, and I can work it out for you, okay? If you drop me a message, I'll do the maths and send a message back for you, depending on what size you want it to be in the end.
Wendy says thank you both.
That's
Christine says another enjoyable session, thank you.
Cool. I tried to ring you, Wendy, earlier actually, but it was engaged. I will try again in a minute. I need to borrow something if that's okay. Fab. Okay, I will see you on Friday with Cathedral Windows. Please do tune in tomorrow to watch Sarah. She's got some really, really funky little project for you. And I'll get her to do the prize draw as well from last night. Oops. So yeah, bye guys. I will see you Friday. Take care.